What is up, everyone? This is Francois here from PlayerEssence.com, and sorry for not having a video for a couple days. I've been doing this crazy new diet plan and it leaves me drained, I'll be honest. But trust me, it's for a video that I'm doing for E3, so you guys are probably gonna really like that. So more details at a later time. But anyway, this video is going to be talking about the possibility, now hear me out here, the possibility that Nintendo returns to using discs or cartridges. And really, this came from a post on VGChartz. And next generation, we all know that Nintendo has already integrated their portable division and their console division. Iwata has already said that their next consoles will have integrated hardware, kind of like, or have hardware that share the same OS, kind of like Apple does with their iPad and iPhone and all that. So it makes porting games easier. So that's what we do know about Nintendo's next system or systems, that it will share that integrated device. And a post over on VGChartz is actually theorizing that Nintendo is going to return to actually using like not optical media, that they're going to be using high capacity discs, DS cards for their next system. So it's going to be something kind of like that, but a high capacity 64 gigabytes, or probably more than that, probably like 128 or something along that lines for the next system. And the reason why that they're going to use these high capacity cards is so that you'll be able to play the same game on your console also on your portable on the go without having a problem. Because as we all know, having a big old huge Blu-ray disc is not really feasible as a form factor for portable, and that would present problems if you're trying to play or trying to take your game over to your portable. Now you can always have just digital, but then again, that might be a loss of value for some people. It might just be far more convenient to say, hey, here's some physical media, you can plop this little disc into your next Nintendo system, and then you can also have it on the go on your next portable system. So I'm actually going to read a post, and just so we can get some more clarification on this, because it sounds crazy, doesn't it? It does, but there is a high possibility that Nintendo does do something like this, in my opinion, based on reading what these people have to say. So this is from Roll Stoppable on VGChartz, and I'm just going to have some type of video game playing. Sorry, it's probably going to be like Splatoon or something, I don't know. So that's what's going to be playing in the background while I read this. So this is from Roll Stoppable on VGChartz. I say cartridges because I neither expect optical media nor actual cartridges to be used, but rather a variant of SD cards. This seems like the most logical choice for a range of devices that is supposed to play the same games. Mass production of such cards isn't overly expensive, plus they can work on both home console and handheld, unlike something like Blu-ray, which is way too big in physical size for a portable device. If Nintendo's plan is supposed to work, they'll have to make it easy for consumers to buy games. A storage medium that works with any device is the most elegant solution, and also allows stores to stock a wide range of games because there won't be boxes for two separate machines. That's another great point, by the way. Continuing. The storage capacity for such cards shouldn't be an issue, especially because most of Nintendo's Wii U games are still below 10 gigabytes, and it's unlikely that Nintendo will push much further than they already have. Their games simply do not demand an obscene amount of storage. Plus, investing in better graphics won't lead to an increase in sales that justifies said investment. Read speeds of the storage medium should also be pretty decent, so loading times should be in the acceptable range. Another minor advantage is less noise from the home console because it won't take as many fans to cool the device. Since the home console and handheld of Nintendo's next gen won't be equally powerful, the games won't run in an identical manner on both devices, but rather access the appropriate assets, features, and options depending on which device they are inserted. I am no tech wizard, but if physical PC games manage to have a wide range of different assets for the various settings like mid, high, ultra, for the longest time, then Nintendo should be able to pull it off too. And this next part is really important. How the big third-party publishers' games fit into the strategy is of no concern because Nintendo doesn't plan with them in mind to begin with. The signs that many of them do not want to make games for Nintendo have been clear enough, so there's no point in taking their opinions into account whatsoever. Bottom line, if optical media were the only viable future, then handhelds would use them too now. There isn't much that speaks against the return to cartridges in quotations, of course. Edit. Here's some additional information on the production process posted by Arcane. Okay people, a quick lesson for those who are somewhat uninformed on the subject of what makes cartridges tick. 1. I see a lot of people trying to equate cost by using SD or other flash memory media as a reference point. This is exceedingly inaccurate because flash memory is inherently different than mask ROMs. This is what read-only mass-produced games are normally placed on with regards to video game console cards, be they old home consoles or handhelds. The process goes like this. First, the games exist entirely in a dev system on a hard drive. Then the early prototypes are put into EEPROM or other reprogrammable storage and tested on the target console or device. Last, when the green light is given, a mask ROM master is made and the entire run of cards is created using photolithography. Mask ROMs are exceedingly cheap by volume. The master is very expensive to create compared to a single card or the like, but further copies are minimal. Think of it in a simplified terms of an engraved plate that is used over and over on cheap regular paper to create high quality paper. Whereas a 32 or 64 gigabyte SD rewritable media might cost in the high money range, a mask ROM product in a medium yield, mid-size production number event is in pennies range instead. The PCB and card package itself, along with the label and box, easily equals the cost of a mask ROM or exceeds it. The other big advantage to mask ROM products is durability, whereas EEPROM or flash memory device by nature degrades over time in a fairly aggressive manner by comparison. A mask ROM can expect a very long lifespan and a much tougher resistance to heat / cold / humidity conditions. As a non-rewritable etched piece of matter, it's non-volatile in nature. Its zeros and ones are hard engraved forever, or as long as the physical materials it exists on stays cohesive. In the right conditions, it's entirely feasible that a mask ROM and its little surface amount package could exist for hundreds or even thousands of years. The other components on the card assembly would degrade more rapidly: plastic by oxidation, metal contacts by rust, paper and ink on the label chemically unbonding and being leached by humidity, etc. The reason that CD and DVD replaced cards wasn't purely cost, it was technology itself. Technology had moved a long way since those optical standards were created. A return to cards for a physical media is actually pretty nice as an idea. Load times would be hugely improved, capacity would exceed non-specialty Blu-ray discs, and size, think a DS card size, would be more convenient than a 5.25-inch or even GameCube size optical disc. That was a lot of information there, and I have to agree with a lot of the stuff said here. Now, the only concerns that some people have been bringing up have been, okay, well, what about backwards compatibility? But Nintendo still could have an optical media slot in there for Wii or Wii U games. I personally think that they should just ditch the backwards compatibility because I already have a Wii U and I don't necessarily need them to put the cost, you know, of putting in that into the next system. Just buy a Wii U if you want to play Wii U games for the most part. I rarely use the backwards compatibility of the Wii U, to be honest. So, and I know that's different for some people. I know some people love the backwards compatibility, but I'm not sure if it's worth putting in the cost of that, especially because this could be a somewhat costly device. We don't know at this point. We really don't know much about the system. All we can do is look at what Nintendo's done as far as their moves with integrating their R&D divisions and what Iwata has said to know about their next system. But I think this is a good idea, and I'll tell you a couple reasons why I think this is a good idea. I think it's a good idea, one, because of all the stuff that they said on there as far as the load times go, as far as storage goes, as far as being able to just take the card out, play it on your portable, play it back on your system. It would be so cool. It could read the same save data. You can have save data on the cards, or you can opt to do save data on both the system and on the cards. I think it's a very good idea. And I also think one of the cool things was the storage in stores. You just have one Nintendo games. I mean, How cool is that? How cool is it not to see like the DS section, and you have the Wii section, and you have the Wii U section, and you have the 3DS section, and you have the new Nintendo 3DS section. I mean, there's so many different sections there. And I know the new Nintendo 3DS is grouped in with the 3DS, but still, it's like there's so many different things there. What if it was just the Nintendo section? You just go get your game, play it on whatever you want to play it on. I think that would be so cool. I mean, they could even do a physical medium and then you get the digital copy. I mean, it could be both. There's so many different ways Nintendo can tackle next generation as they're wrapping up this generation that they have here. And it's really interesting, in my opinion. It's really interesting. And I know that there's probably some technical issues here and there. There's probably some stuff that a lot of you guys might not like about this. But I personally think it might be a good idea, especially if this whole fusion system or anything, if Nintendo's really trying to do this, which the signs point to, they are trying to do something along the lines of a fusion system to where you have a console and a portable that can easily play games or port games easily. That's something that Iwata has already actually confirmed and said yes, they are going to be doing something like that for their next system or systems. And the fact that they did integrate their hardware, their R&D divisions between their portable and their consoles, they integrated them. There's no more two separate divisions. There's only one now. So the fact that they did do that and Iwata has something like that, it does point to that direction. But I want to know what you guys think. Please vote. Let me hear your voices on PlayerEssence. I have a poll, and if you go to the description below, you'll see the link to that poll. I'll also have it in the comment section below. Please hit the vote over there on PlayerEssence.com, and I might do another video reading some of you guys' responses and talking about the results of that poll, whether you guys want to see Nintendo move back to the physical medium and ditch optical media for next generation with their console and portable. So let me know what you guys think. Alright, so that basically wraps it up for this video. Hit that like button if you did like the video. Let me know if you guys want more videos just like this one, and also subscribe if you're someone new, because right here on PlayerEssence you're going to get a variety of videos on Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys for the next video. Peace.